Hi guys. Happy Wednesday. Okay, I want to share something with you guys. This is what I share with my team, and I'm going to check back and see if they're working on these things that I kind of given them today to work on. So, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm asking them, I'm challenging them to get paper and pencil and write down 10 names of people they already know. 10 names. Those 10 names can be people who have gone to school with them, church with them, Facebook, customers. But, quickly you can think of 10 people. So I told them to start there. And I told them the next thing to do is to send them a message. And the message would be something like this. I told them to point out what it is about that person that stands out. I'm going to give you an example. So as I'm studying people on social media, I do this often. I study my followers on Facebook. So if somebody's sharing things about their pet, for example, or their pets, send them a message and say, "Hi, Sally, how are you today? I absolutely love those beautiful pictures of your dogs that you share. I love them. I love pets. And I personally have one myself. Oh my gosh. And the black and white one, he is so cute. What type of dog is that?" And, kind of engaging in some conversation right there. So after you get the dialogue going and you say this, "Oh, by the way, did you know that we have pet products? And as we're speaking about this, did you know that you could totally join Scentsy and be able to get those pet products and get cash back as you buying products that you need to use anyway? Did you know that? And this will be great for you." Okay, that's just one example. Another example could be somebody who's well dressed. You could say something like this: "OMG, oh my gosh, Sharon, I love your style, girl. You are everything. And when you go out there, you just take the spotlight. This Scentsy opportunity is yours, girl. This is something that I could just see you just taking off with this because you are already out there on the spotlight. You could totally do this. I know this. I see this." So what I'm doing, I'm complimenting them. So as I go down my list, I'm sending messages to them, but I'm complimenting them. As I talk to them, I tell them why I feel like this will be great for them. So when you're talking to people off the list, you're going to highlight something about that person. So that means you're going to have to go and find something about that person before you message them. I feel that it's best to message them via phone or voice message so they can hear your excitement as you're complimenting them. So this is what I do, guys. I compliment people all the time and make sure it's a genuine compliment. Something else I want you guys to do. So never prejudge a situation. Let's say that I'll give you this example. I have a customer. Well, she's not my customer now. She's a team member. Well, she was my customer for about 8 years. She's a dentist. So she was buying from me on a regular basis. And I never thought to ask her to join. You know why? Because I didn't think she needed the money. But she was always buying Scentsy. So one day when the $39 join special came available, I told her, I said, "You know what, Dr. T, why don't you join Scentsy so you can use this as a tax break?" And as soon as I asked her, she said, "Yes, I'll do it." And she joined. So sometimes we prejudge situations. Sometimes we will already have the answer for somebody before we ask. So the answer is always no if we don't ask. Now, what stuck in my mind was, what if I hadn't asked her? She would have joined somebody else's team. Now, I work a lot of events. And guys, even though we think our customers are loyal, they're not always loyal. Let me tell you why they're not always loyal. People sometimes do things for convenience. Like when I work shows, a lot of the people who buy from me are customers of somebody else. And I say this because I will always ask them, "Do you have a consultant?" And I ask that question because I want to see if I need to follow up with them. If they say they have one, I don't even bother with it. But they're buying. They're out there buying and they got consultants. And sometimes they'll end up going to the store. So since they're not loyal, at some point you're going to lose them as a customer. So you need to go ahead and ask them about joining. Because if you don't ask them, somebody else will. So don't think you're going to lose a sale They're going to eventually leave anyway. In most cases, they do. Now, I do have some customers that's been with me for as long as I've been a consultant. So, but that's rare. A lot of times, if they don't join your team, they're going to join somebody else's team, or they'll join another business. So don't answer the question before you ask. The answer is always no if you don't ask. But again, write those names down, and you do this every day. If you do this every day, your team will start to grow, because people love to hear compliments. And this is what I use all the time, guys. I mean, even when customers are just buying something, I'm going to compliment them. Pay somebody a compliment. That open the door for whatever you're going to say. Even if they say no, it's not a hard no, because you've already laid it out there by complimenting them on something. Something else I like to do, I like to always bring to attention to somebody something that I have in common with. For example, if I see somebody out there with kids, I'll say, I noticed, first of all, I'm going to say hi to them. I'm going to say, how are you today? I noticed that you've been sharing pictures of your kids. Oh my goodness, they are so cute. And I see that they're involved in sports. Well, you know what? When my son was young, he was involved in sports. And I know how busy you can be. My daughter was involved in everything as well. And I was super busy. And I know this, all those things cost money. Let me show you how you can offset some of your expenses by becoming a Scentsy consultant. And I can show you how to do this. I know what you're going through, because I've gone and combed through it myself. And as a matter of fact, I'm still going through it because my daughter's in dental school. So you want to make sure that whatever you're saying, that you can associate something or tie something to whatever you're talking about, whoever you're talking to, because you'll find that the doors will just open up. Find yourself being able to have a solution to somebody's problem. Again, they're out there waiting and they don't even know it. I sent a message to somebody the other day, and I noticed she liked my post. That's a great place to start. When people like your post, oh my goodness, whenever somebody like my post, I'm sending them a message. I'm going to send them a message and say, thank you so much for liking my post. I really, really appreciate that. That helps me so much with my business. I do appreciate it. And by the way, whatever I'm going to say, oh, by the way, always say thank you, and always say, oh, by the way, I noticed A, B, C, D. I noticed this. Even if they don't join right then, guys, guess what? You got their attention. They're going to start watching you. I don't know how many times people have reached out to me and say, I've been watching you for years, and I see you showing up all the time. I see you blessing lives all the time. I want to take you out to dinner. Somebody asked me this just recently. I don't even know her, but she's been following me for a very long time. She's bought from me before. She lived in another state, but she's moved here now. So I challenge everybody to write 10 names down, whether it's in your notes on your phone or whether it's on paper, and target contacting these 10 people per day. 10 people per day, guys. That's not much at all. You can even use the birthday list that Facebook pop up every day. You can use that. You can use the birthday pop up. You can use those people who are liking your posts, or you can just randomly select people, or go to your customers first. Always go to your customers first and just send that message. Compliment them. Compliment them. And then, oh, by the way, did you know this? Oh, by the way, I have been able to use Scentsy for various reasons, to take care of this or to take care of that, the flexibility, the extra income, the trips. If somebody's always sharing something about places that they want to go to or places that they've been, oh my goodness, you have shown those beautiful pictures. Oh, I would love to go to those places. I see. Have you been? Have you been to that place already? Have those conversations with people and say, you know what I love about what I do, I get trips where I don't have to pay anything. And I would love to show you how you can do it as well. So as you're talking, again, complimenting them and then offer solution. Guys, this is what I do. I've had so many people to ask me, how in the world are you able to successfully get so many people to join? Doing what I just described, guys. I'm offering them a solution. I'm reaching out. I'm complimenting them. Oh, by the way, make sure you say that. Oh, by the way. That gets it every time, guys. That, oh, by the way, it gets it every time. Last month, I got 9 new team members last month. I got 5 so far this month. And Some of them, of course, join on their own, but I'm gonna tell you something else that helped. When we had the Hocus Pocus, I have a lot of Disney customers. Because I've got so many Disney customers, I decided to put them in a chat. And my chat is labeled Scentsy Disney customers. I got maybe 25 of them over in a chat. When I created a chat, I added them over there. First of all, in my VIP group, I told them I was going to be creating a chat. I asked them if they wanted to be over there, and they raised their hand, yes. For those that didn't raise their hand, I put them over there anyway, and I said, don't leave. This is to keep you informed. You can silence it, but don't leave this space because you're going to want to make sure you don't miss out on any Disney launch. So with those diehard Disney fans, I sent messages to them and told them how they can reap the benefits if they become a Scentsy consultant. I probably messaged each one. Oh, by the way, I am so happy that you're in my chat, but let me share something with you. So the next time something becomes available, you can get the commissions off of this. I got 5 people to join doing that. So some of them are doing that. And the other ones who are remaining over there, I took the ones who joined out the chat. So the other ones are still over there. And they're still there. And I just post whenever the Disney lunch, whenever something lunch. So guys, let's go out there, get that pen and paper, get that pen and paper and start writing down 10 people per day. I want you to reach out to 10 people every day. You're not going to run out of people because there's too many people out there to reach. So if you don't have enough people in your Facebook group or Instagram, that means you got to add more people. Every day, add more peeps. Go to your friends list and start adding people. If you don't have enough friends, start adding people so you'll have enough people to reach out to. I mean, when I joined Scentsy, I had 23 friends. Now I have almost 5,000. I can't even add new people now. But what I do for the people, since my page is open to the public, I get people to like my posts that I'm not friends with, and I'll send them a message. Even though we're not friends, I can still send them a message. So whenever somebody like my post, they're going to get a message. They're going to get a message thanking them. It's the little things that makes a huge difference. And everything I do, I post it on Facebook so they can kind of know a little bit about who I am, so they'll know I'm serious. So I just want to challenge you guys to do that. Write those 10 names down every day. And I promise you guys, come back and tell me how that's coming. So a lot of people, for those who always say, I'm not good at recruiting or I'm afraid, this is an easy way because you're complimenting people. When you compliment people, it makes you stand out. You're going to stand out. And it's going to be hard for them to say no to you because you complimented them. That's where you want to start. And this is what I do in person at my events. I listen, I pay attention, and I compliment. And I make comparisons. Even if it's something that's about them that doesn't tie into me, I'm going to make a comparison with somebody else I know. Like, for example, before I became a worker at home, full-time Scentsy, I would compare to somebody else because I couldn't compare that. I can connect with people who work full-time and work Scentsy. I can connect with that. Well, now I can connect with both because I can talk about when I did work Scentsy when I did work on a job full-time along with Scentsy, I can have that conversation. Now I can talk to people about working Scentsy full-time. So I have that now to talk to. But again, if it's something that I don't relate to, I can find somebody on my team or somebody I can relate to something about what they're going through. So anyway, guys, I want to get your feedback. Let me know how this is working for you. I'm just really excited about this because I never thought about challenging my team members to just write down 10 names every day. 10 names every day. And that's going to knock it out. That's going to get them in a habit of having conversations all the time. Now, I don't write down 10 names a day, but I do have a blessing list is what I call it. I have a blessing list of people who may have said no or maybe not yet. I log their name. I put their names down. So I refer back to them at a later date. So I do have a blessing list that I go back to whenever if I have a kit that I want to bless somebody with, I go back to my blessing list. or if a special has come up, I go to my blessing list. Other than that, I mean, it just comes as second nature as you start doing it. It's like riding a bicycle. You know, you fall a few times if you haven't done it before. But once you start riding that bicycle, you got it. You got it. Same thing with recruiting. Once you start doing this, you got it. It's going to come like second nature. Never close a party without a new team member. You got somebody to talk to, and you got something to say to that person every day. So guys, let's go out here and see how many people we can bless. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.